morning. It is a beautiful January day. I am going to water the soul blocks right now, so come along with me and see what I do in the mornings. So this is my flower house. It is a house, basically. That's where I grow my seedlings. I currently do not have any greenhouses on the property, so I germinate and grow all my seeds indoors. My grow lot setup is pretty simple. I just use these metal racks and shop lights to grow all of my seedlings. Also, I have an area dedicated for heat mats where my seedlings can sit on and germinate also. I water my soul blocks once a day. I find that's all that I need in this space. I just use water from my well. I save these jugs and I fill them up and I keep them in here. So my water is always room temperature when I go to water the soul blocks. I figure the ceilings like room temperature water better. I know I personally wouldn't want ice cold water thrown on me. Okay, I have got my tray of Snapdragon seedlings right here. The last time these were watered was 24 hours ago. So think of it as, you know, when you cook a pan of brownies and you leave them out overnight and you didn't cover them, and the outside edges of the brownie are pretty firm, but the inside, when you cut into them, are still a bit moist. That's kind of how I feel like my soul blocks are right now. So what I do to water them is when I create my soul blocks, I make sure when I put them on my trays that I leave a well right here that I can pour into. I don't ever want to pour water on top of my soul blocks because they could fall apart easily. Pour the water into my well and I go about halfway up the blocks. That's how much water I pour into the tray. All right, here is what it looks like. So as you can see, I have poured the water about halfway up the block. So now I just do this several more times with all of my other blocks. Now that all the soul blocks have been watered, we wait. The big question is, how long do we let the water sit in the soul blocking tray? I usually give it about 10 minutes to allow the soul to soak up the water, and then I dump the trays. If I'm being really honest, it kind of depends on if I get sidetracked or not, like watching the baby goats out in the field. Okay, it has been about 10 minutes since we watered our soul blocks, so now it's time to pour off the excess water. You want to pour off the excess water from your blocks because if the blocks sit in water like this all day long, for one, it can make the blocks crumble apart. And two, you don't want a seedling sitting in water. It could cause all kinds of issues like mold on the block. You could get damping off. You just want to make sure that you are pouring off all the excess water from your daily waterings. So I just keep a bucket handy and I pour the excess water off in there. And I'll take this bucket of water and go water a house plant or maybe a plant outside that needs it because there's a lot of nutrients in this soil. I don't want to flush this down the drain. Go give it to another plant. I hope you found this soul blocking watering video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions down below and I will see you guys in the next video.